Will Hassoun. Batting fourth and playing right field, number 13, Eli Lowe. Hitting fifth, the third baseman, number 10, Avery Wilson. Hitting sixth is the designated hitter, number 21, Rylan Webster. The number 7 hitter is the left fielder, number 18, Cole Whelan. Hitting eighth and playing first base is number 15, Brady Muth. Batting ninth is the center fielder, number 5, Lucas Elkins. And the pitcher this afternoon for the Dodgers is number 12, Hayden Laudette. Reserves today for the Dodgers, number 8, Grant Struther. Number 3, Tyler Minnie. Number 14, Tyler Dunleavy. Number 22, Jackson Pierce. Number 2, Brady Stoops. Number 24, Isaiah Sullivan. And number 9, Brody McMullen. The Dodgers coaching staff is led by Brian Stinnett. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we always remember the American Legion Code of Sportsmanship. You are welcome to repeat along with me. I will keep the rules. I will keep faith with my teammates. I will keep my temper. I will keep myself fit. I will keep a stout heart in defeat. I will keep my pride in victory. I will keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask that you please rise, remove your hats, direct your attention to the American flag beyond the right field foul pole. We now honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Good afternoon, sports fans, and welcome to this presentation of American Legion Baseball on TableRockSports.net. Thank you for joining us. Jim McCoy on the play-by-play today, along with cameraman Johnny McCoy, here to bring you the Medford Mustangs against the Salem Whitmell Dodgers. Non-league action today, single game, a little change in the schedule, and it will be a 9-inning affair. Both of these teams have played a lot of baseball in the last week, including yesterday. The Mustangs split a doubleheader against Lewiston, Idaho. They took a big hit in the opener, losing 12-6, but rebounded with a stronger performance in the second game to raise their record to 22-6 on the 2022 campaign. Meanwhile, The Whitnell Dodgers come in with an 18-17 record. They played up in Roseburg yesterday up at Legion Field and ended up taking a loss to the Dock Stewarts. They'll move on from here and play tomorrow against the Klamath Falls Falcons, a team that the Mustangs will see at home for a doubleheader over at Harry and David Field Tuesday evening, with the first pitch on the opening game at 5 o'clock. So they'll get a little bit of a breather tomorrow, and then they'll get back at it as we kind of really get into the meat of the campaign. And it won't be long. We'll be looking right at qualifiers, plans for regionals, for state, and hopefully a trip to the American Legion World Series. Wouldn't that be a lot of fun? And certainly this Mustangs team that we follow throughout the season, certainly they've got the weapons to make it happen. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup for today's ball game. First of all, for the visiting Dodgers, their lineup's going to look like this. Leading off and playing shortstop will be Brandon Stinnett. He'll be followed by the second baseman, Chris Rogers. Hitting third will be the catcher, Will Hassoun. Batting cleanup will be the right fielder, Eli Lowe. Hitting fifth and playing third, Every Wilson. The designated hitter in the number 6 spot is Ryland Webster. Cole Whelan will patrol left field and bat seventh. At first base, hitting eighth, will be Brady Muth. And the number 9 hitter, center fielder Lucas Elkins. Hayden Laudette will get the start on the hill for the Dodgers, and we'll be meeting him in just a little while. Defensively for the Mustangs, they'll set up like this. The infield, it'll be Tanner Douglas. Over at second will be Johnny King today. At short, Cameron Sewell. And the third baseman is Jace Miller. The outfield from left to right, it'll be Owen Thompson, Cody Boragine, and in right will be Caleb Long. At catcher will be Jeremiah Robbins. And on the hill from North Medford High School, Frankie Retigliano. Today, coaching the Mustangs will be John King, and he'll be assisted by Jordan Reagan. Getting set to lead off
shortstop
for the Dodgers will be the
4,
shortstop,
Brandon Stinnett.
Brandon Stinnett. Great to be here. Pleasant, mostly sunny Saturday afternoon. Lithia Driveway Fields on field number 9. Pitch outside as Stinnett promptly gets ahead.
First
we have
pitch,
Brandon Stinnett.
2 p.m.
The coach is Brian Stinnett. Retigliano behind in the count, 2-0. Talking with Coach King, he said the real key for Frankie is going to be out there throwing strikes and efficiency on the mound. Pitch fouled off. And the count will go 2-1. These two teams last saw each other during the Coach K Classic a couple of weeks ago Friday. Count goes to 3-1. In that game, Owen Thompson got the start on the bump and induced a truckload of ground balls en route to a 7-4 victory. Stinnett gets aboard to start the ball game.
Second baseman, number 11, Chris Rogers.
And that'll bring up Chris Rogers in the number 2 spot and playing second base today. Retigliano, the bunt laid down. Robbins barehands that, but it's called foul. This is a very solid Mustangs infield. Love nothing more to get a double play ball for their pitcher. Stinnett taking a pretty healthy lead there. About 7-8 steps off the bag. Ball hit in the air out to right field. Long hauls it in, makes the catch. And we have one down.
Catcher, number 7, Will Hassoun.
So he'll get that under his belt, and the big catcher, Will Hassoun, will step in. Right-handed hitter. Even stance against Rutigliano. Pitch catches the outside corner. Rutigliano looking like he's starting to get sighted in. He'll wind out of this. Actually, he'll come right over to the bag, and he got him. Stinnett picked off. And now there's 2 down. So his work on holding the runner on nets results. And the bases are clear for Hassoun, who fouls it away. Dodgers spent last weekend up in the Spokane area with a series of games. Comebacker. Throw to Douglas is in time. And that'll do it for the top of the first. A runner gets aboard, but Rutigliano faces the minimum. We'll go to the bottom of the first right after these messages from our sponsors.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K. Whether it's some Monday motivation to kickstart your day, adding some crunch to your lunch, or fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Getting ready for the home half of the first inning as the Mustangs take their first looks at Hayden Laudette. Here's a look at the batting order for Medford. Leading off, playing center field, will be Cody Boragine. He'll be followed in the lineup by the shortstop, Cameron Sewell. Hitting third and playing first base will be Tanner Douglas. The cleanup man at the hot corner is Jace Miller. Number 5 hitter, power hitting catcher Jeremiah Robbins. He'll be followed by the number 6 man, Owen Thompson, playing left field. Frankie Rutigliano will hit for himself and pitch in the number 7 spot. He'll be followed by right fielder Caleb Long, and then bringing up the rear will be the second baseman Johnny King.
Leading up for the Mustangs, your center fielder, number 14, Cody Boragine.
Boragine playing center field today, had a productive week. He also had a nice start at pitcher earlier this week. Pounds that one into the ground. For the first strike. Boragine with that wide open stance. Boragine's had a pretty big week. Drives that one foul. And that will even up the count at 2-2. Boragine 3 for 3 last Sunday with a double and scored 3 runs against NBO baseball. Then Boragine 3 for 4 against Doc Stewart's in the opening game of their Wednesday doubleheader. And then on Thursday, Boragine went 3 for 4 in the opener, hit an RBI single in game 2, hit a 2-run double, and then he also pitched and scattered 8 hits, gave up 1 earned run while walking 2 and striking out 3. Count runs full now at 3-2. Boragine, the lone representative of the class of 21, North Medford product. Gets a little contact there. He'll keep himself alive. Operating in the role of the leadoff hitter in terms of seeing pitches and getting on any way he can. Ground ball hit up the middle. That gets underneath of the glove. The shortstop, Stinnett. And Cody Boragine is aboard.
Shortstop, number 16, Cameron Sewell.
With the first hit of the ball game. That'll bring up Cameron Sewell. Saw him at catcher in yesterday's opener. Starts out with a ball, but you got to like having the versatility and the depth that this Mustang roster has. That Sewell will play a lot of middle infield, primarily short and some second base. But we've seen him in center, and then we saw him at catcher, and then he's another guy who had a good outing on the mound this week. He's ahead here, 2-0. He pitched the winning game in the opener of Wednesday's doubleheader against the Doc Stewarts. Threw a 7-hitter and went 2 for 3 at the plate. Laudette justifiably keeping his eye on Boragine. Sewell's going to pop that one up over toward the home dugout. That lands in play, but you could tell the third baseman, Avery Wilson, just kind of lost sight of it right here in the heat of the afternoon. And that sun really kind of bearing down on the left side of the field. Sewell gets a little contact there. The count remains at 2-2. Sewell out of South Medford High School. Be a senior next year. Caught a little bit of him in action during basketball season. Runner goes, and the pitch is pounded toward the Dodger dugout. Count remain at 2-2. Boragine and Sewell both working good at-bats against Laudette. Throw over. Little courtesy call there. Out of the stretch. Sewell fouls it away. Out beyond right field. Everybody having to park out back there doing some work and returfing field 10, the football field, and also see they're working on field 14. Runner goes, and again, just popped into the air to the left. Field 14, soccer field over there, where you'll catch the Rogue Ospreys community college team in action this fall. Our cameraman, when he's not busy shooting baseball, kicking the ball around, and we got it lined to right center. Base hit coming around second is Boragine. A stand-up double. And runners in scoring position for Tanner Douglas.
First baseman, number 29, Tanner Douglas.
Laudette starts out the big first baseman with a strike as the count goes 0-1. Douglas, one of 3 Mustangs to hit a round tripper in Wednesday's doubleheader against the Doc Stewarts. Count even up now at 1-1. Douglas bouncing ball to the first baseman. He'll wait for Douglas. The runners will hold, and there's one down. Oh, foul ball. Well, if you're Mustangs, you'll take that. One more opportunity for Douglas. Douglas, bat held high. And he'll pop that one up on the infield. Stinnett calling for it. And there's one away.
The third baseman, number 3, Jace Miller.
So Laudette gets one big threat out of the way, and now he'll face yet another one, however, with Jace Miller. Miller's been hitting the cover off the ball this week, and base hit to right field. Boragine will come around, and it's a 1-0 ball game. RBI
Catcher,
single
number 8,
for Miller.
Jeremiah Robbins.
Got runners at the corners now for Jeremiah Robbins. Ball popped up out to left center field. Tagging from third is Sewell. They give the Mustangs their second run of the game. So a sacrifice fly for Jeremiah Robbins.
Left fielder, number 20, Owen Thompson.
2 down in the inning. And we've got Owen Thompson. Been seeing a lot of him in left lately. He's another versatile Mustang, though. You'll see him in left. He can catch as well as pitch. He's played for some third base for his high school team. Smacks a line drive. That'll fall in for a base hit. That'll move. We'll have a little conversation here on the hill. So far, the Mustangs with hits from Boragine and Sewell. Then Miller with the RBI single.
Your pitcher, number 10, Frankie Rutigliano.
Then Thompson getting aboard with the single. So you got Miller at second, Thompson at first. Rutigliano with an opportunity to help his own cause. Looks at that pitch inside as he goes ahead 2-0. Rutigliano on Monday in that Reno tournament hit a 2-run double and 3 RBIs on the day against the Carson Blue Jays. That one catches the corner. As Laudette gets the strike. On deck hitter is Caleb Long. 2 gone, bottom of the first. Laudette comes in with a breaking ball, and then he'll even the count up at 2-2. It almost seems invariably with left-handed pitchers, you end up getting a good curveball pitcher. Bouncing ball to shortstop. Stinnett with the short throw to second. And that will do it for the Mustangs, who score a pair of runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. We'll take a quick timeout, and when we return, we'll be back with more baseball action here on TableRockSports.net.
Life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Back here at Lithia
Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder,
Driveway
this is
Field.
a paid admission contest, so if you would be so kind, head on over to the tent. It is a nominal fee. It helps out the Mustangs. Just a nominal fee, as I said. Head on over and be honest with us and pay the nominal fee and help out the program to enjoy Mustang baseball. We appreciate it.
2, 3, 4.
Right fielder, number 13, Eli Lowe.
Back here at Lithia and Driveway Field number 9. Eli Lowe will lead off for the Dodgers in the top of the second. Ground ball. King dives for it. Goes underneath him, and Lowe leads off the second.
Third baseman, number 10, Avery Wilson.
With the Dodgers' first hit of the ball game. That'll bring up Avery Wilson playing third base. Wilson gets ahead 1-0. Lowe, the runner at first. Conservative lead. Shows bunt. Pops it up foul to even up the count at 1-1. Rylan Webster, the designated hitter, he's the man on deck. Throw over to first. And Lowe gets underneath the tag. I recall in the first, Vertigliano ended up picking the runner off. Lays down the bunt. Does Wilson, the sacrifice. Executed, and that will move Lowe into scoring position.
Designated hitter, number 21, Rylan Webster.
So that'll bring up Rylan Webster. One of those guys bringing back the mullet. Bringing back memories of days gone by to tell you about how old I'm getting. I had one of those once, entertained the possibility of doing one again, and I got overruled. 0-1 the count. And that one gets away and cruising into third base. "90 feet closer to home. Eli Lowe. And there's just one down. Dodgers would love to get some contact here and get a run on the board. That one hit right smack dab up the middle, base hit. Rylan Webster with the RBI single. Lowe comes home.
The left fielder, number 18, Cole Wheeland.
And that'll bring up Cole Wheeland. Pitch outside. As Wheeland gets ahead. He's number 7 hitter in the order. On deck is Brady Muth, and in the hole, Lucas Elkins. That one fell back. Just got a piece of it. Level it up at 1-1. Throw to first. And back in time is Rylan Webster. Got a breeze kicking up here at Lithia Driveway Fields. Forecasted high today, about the ballpark of 87, 88 degrees. Pop up to shallow center field. Boragine there, and he makes the catch.
First baseman, number 15, Brady Muth.
Muth playing first base. He'll see what he can do about bringing Webster along from first base. 1-0 the count. Retigliano over to first. That one gets away, but not in such a manner that Webster would be inclined to take off. Muth, right-handed hitter. Open stance. Bouncing ball to second base. King has a little trouble with it, but the throw is in time. And that will do it for the Dodgers in the second. They score a run on 2 hits. No Mustang errors. We'll pause for messages, and then we'll be back with the Mustangs coming to bat right after these messages.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform?
Thirsty for change?
Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win.
Yes! Yes!
Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chicken's mouth-watering chicken and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
Medford Lithia Dodge Mustangs leading 2-1. Caleb Long will lead things off for the men in blue. In the home half of the second inning, he'll go ahead and take a breaking ball in the rib cage and take a little stroll down to first.
The second baseman, number 1, Johnny King.
Johnny King will get his first look at Laudette on the afternoon. Johnny playing second base today. Laudette out of the stretch. Breaking ball that didn't really break. Ends up going for a ball as the count goes 1-0. John King coaching over at third. Serving in the head coach's role today. Pitch inside. Johnny King on Thursday went 2 for 3 with a run scored against the Doc Stewarts up at their place. Runner goes. Ball hits solid out to right field. The runner will have to scamper back, and he gets back in time.
Center fielder, number 14, Cody Boragine.
So Long had definitely had the momentum going the other direction. Had to kick it into overdrive to get back to first base and just gets back. We'll go to the top of the order now with Cody Boragine. His first trip up, he singled and scored a run. So lefty against lefty here. Pitch high. That one bounces to the plate, and the count goes 2-0. You can probably hear just whistling a little bit through our microphones that a little breezy out here this afternoon. Nothing like we quite see at times over at Maccabee Field. Boragine showing patience at the plate. And he's going to take a walk down to first base.
Shortstop, number 16, Cameron Sewell.
And that'll bring up Cameron Sewell. He singled and advanced on an error in the first inning and ended up scoring a run. So he's 1 for 1 on the day, and he's got opportunity right now with Long and Boragine aboard. Laudette opens up with a strike. As the count goes 0-1. Little off-speed pitch. Sewell says no thanks, and the count levels up at 1-1. That one will bounce off the catcher, and the runners move up. That ended up nicking the catcher, Hassoun. But now you got runners at second and third, so that takes the easy double play off the board. And the base open, but I'm quite sure that he'd rather not face Tanner Douglas. Try to take care of business here. Count now even up at 2-2. Good battle shaping up here between Sewell and Laudette. Sewell, a darn good contact hitter. Now the count is full. Some good contact will help bolster that lead. Ball hit to short. Throw across the infield is in time, but Long will come home. And it's a 3-1 game.
First baseman, number 29, Tanner Douglas.
So on the ground out, a run comes home. 3-1 ball game as Tanner Douglas has a runner at second. Caleb Long scoring for the Mustangs. And Douglas, left-handed hitter, who popped up the short in his first at-bat, is ahead on the count at 2-0. Swing and a miss. Laudette working that outside corner, and Douglas goes after it. Still ahead in the count at 2-1. And he'll smack that one right up the middle. Base hit. All right, our apologies for the technical difficulties, but we're back in the saddle again. We're in the top of the fourth inning. One down. And at the plate, with a runner aboard, is Avery Wilson, third baseman for the Dodgers. Count even up right now at 1-1. Fouls that back. Count goes 1-2. Bouncing ball to first. Douglas goes to second. Back to first, and the throw is not on time. Throw pulls him off the bag, 2 down.
Designated hitter, number 21, Rylan Webster.
So Wilson on board with the fielder's choice, but lead runner erased. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Rylan Webster, who takes the first pitch inside from Retigliano. With this being a single game, this will be a 9-inning affair today. Retigliano that one pulled down the left field line. Fair ball. Thompson throws it in. But now the Dodgers with 2 runners in scoring position on the Webster double.
Left fielder, number 18, Cole Wheeland.
2 gone, and Wheeland is the hitter. Wheeland flied out to center his first trip to the plate. Swings and misses as the count goes 0-1. Tigliano gets that one over, and he's ahead in the count at 0-2. The advantage pitcher. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that will do it for the Dodgers, who trail the ball game 4-1. We go to the bottom of the 4th, and as Coach Jordan Reagan makes it his way down to first base, the Mustangs
Leading off for your Lithia Dodge Medford Mustangs, the second baseman, number 1, Johnny King.
They'll send Johnny King to the plate. So I don't think we fell too far behind on the scorebook with the technical trouble we had, but we'll try to get caught up on this. But King falls behind Pierce 0-1. Jackson, as opposed to Laudette, pretty fast worker out there on the mound. Ball popped up and making the catch in foul territory. Hauling it in is Cole Wheeland, and there's one down.
Center fielder, number 14, Cody Boragine.
Back to the top of the order we go. Cody Boragine scored a pair of runs on a hit and a walk. Pitch way outside of the, well, they're going to call that one a strike. That pitch inside. Boragine gyrates to get out of the way as the count goes level at 1-1. Next pitch, that one popped up and closing the glove on it. Making the play is Avery Wilson.
Shortstop, number 16, Cameron Sewell.
So that'll bring up Cameron Sewell. Sewell has singled, scored, and then brought a run home on a ground out. Little delayed strike call. There's the count goes 0-1. Tries to work that outside corner once again. And there would be those who would opine that was the same pitch as before, and I would concur. But two different results. As now the count goes 1-2. Yeah, we don't get the vote that counts. 1-2, the count to Sewell. And you can see Pierce has got the Mustangs swinging underneath his offerings here. I had King with a foul fly out in foul territory, and then Boragine with a pop up to third. Sometimes that's what happens. You know, you get a reliever in the ball game, throws a little differently, different speeds, and you have to adjust timing wise. And you can see by Pierce's nonverbal out there. He thought he had that one, but the count now level at 2-2. Pitch poked out of play by Cameron Sewell. He'll stay alive at 2-2. And he'll end up hitting that one out to left field. Going back on it and making the play is Wheeland. So the Mustangs go 1, 2, 3. That'll take us to the top of the fifth with the Mustangs leading 4-1. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind, or discovering a place that feeds your hunger, where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore? So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play. But not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Brady Muth will lead off here in the top of the 5th inning. That pitch low and inside, leaving up the count at 1-1. Retigliano continuing to work away on the afternoon. That pitch outside. He's given up a hit or two here and there, but the Dodgers unsuccessful in really stringing anything together. And some timely defensive plays. Retigliano helping himself with pickoff of a runner in the first inning. Then we also saw a double play ball. Count here now at 3-1. Muth fighting that one off. He grounded out the third in his first at-bat of the day. Foul ball. That sounded like that hit the skinny part of the bat there. If you ever hit one of those are those are no fun. Sounded like that kind of hit off the rubber part of the bat handle. Payoff pitch coming from Retigliano. Leadoff hitter here in the 5th inning. Muth staying alive as the count remains at 3-2. And Muth working a strong plate appearance against Retigliano. That's at least 3 or 4 balls that he fouled off. Now he'll hit a ground ball to first. Douglas is there. He'll take it himself, and there's one away.
Center fielder, number 5, Lucas Elkins.
So U3 goes the play as Muth heads back to the Withnell dugout. Tigliano gets that one over for a strike. Now I got 2 count. To the hitter Elkins playing center field. Elkins working another deep count against Retigliano. That one, soft line drive, reeled in by King, who makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
Shortstop, number 4, Brandon Stinnett.
So Elkins lines out to second. And we'll go to the top of the order with Brandon Stinnett. Stinnett will hit that one out in the air to right field. Making the catch is Caleb Long. And down they go on the 5th. Medford Mustangs maintain a 3-run lead. We'll pause for messages, and we'll be back with more baseball action right here on TableRockSports.net.
Family gather and memories are made. Pep Rock Northwest Grill.
Well, we appreciate your patience with us as we continue to fight with the equipment this afternoon. But as you can see here now, if we're up to date, we're in the top of the 6th. Frankie Retigliano continuing to work on behalf of the Medford Mustangs. He falls behind here 2-0. Popped up in the air there to make the catch. Cody Boragine. 2 gone in the inning.
Right fielder, number 13, Eli Lowe.
Eli Lowe comes to the plate. Lowe has scored the lone run of the day for the Dodgers. Hits this one foul. As the count goes 0-1. Control was one of the things that Coach King really wanted Retigliano to make a focus. And today, generally speaking, he's had his share of deep counts along the way over the course of the day. But Tim, unless I'm mistaken, I don't think he's given up a walk today. Just one. Oh, you're right. First batter of the game, and so that's a pretty doggone good outing for 5 2/3 innings of work. Between the Reno tournament last weekend and then a pair of doubleheaders against the Docks, and then a doubleheader yesterday against Lewis, Idaho. And the Mustangs have pretty well burned through a good Well, after a long battle with our broadcast equipment, not uncommon in the hot weather, but we're back on board right now. As you can see, to update the score, Medford Mustangs lead 8-4 in the ball game with Cody Boragine off the bat. One of the unfortunate things about us being away is you missed out on the home run by Cameron Sewell that put the Mustangs up 8-1. And then after a good, strong, solid outing from Frankie Retigliano, they went to the bullpen and went to Johnny King in relief. And with that change, the Dodgers able to stage a little bit of a rally to get 3 runs out of it. And so we currently stand 8-4 in the bottom of the 8th, with Cody Boragine, the hitter, and 2 down. Those of you tuned in, we appreciate your patience through this. And Boragine going to take the walk down to first as he exhibits patience at the plate. He draws the 2-out walk.
Second baseman, number 16, Cameron Sewell.
And that'll bring up Cameron Sewell. Sewell with the big fly today. Mustangs throughout much of the early season hadn't hit a home run, but they've more than made up for it this week. A long drive for Sewell out to deep center field, and this one is gone. Cameron Sewell, I think usually on flights that long, you get a meal with it in the movie.
The first baseman, number 29, Tanner Douglas.
Cameron Sewell, little icing on the cake to put his team up by 6 runs, and that'll bring up Tanner Douglas. He tattooed that. That's just about the deepest part of the ballpark.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Mustangs, number 3, Chase Miller.
Well, as you just heard from Tim, our public address announcer here, Chase Miller has come on in relief of Johnny King. At least where our broadcasts are concerned, this will be our first look at him, but anytime you know you got a guy that plays the infield, responsible for making good, powerful laser throws, that you know that if they've got the mentality for it, that they can be very successful on the mound. And Miller coming on here in relief, and I'm sure now with all the baseball that the Mustangs have played, 6 games in the Reno tournament, 4 games against the Doc Stewarts, then 2 games. You figure this is the 13th game they've played since the beginning of the Reno tournament. So Coach John King, who's in the head coaching role today, foul ball. Count 2-1. Stinnett. He'll look at that one, and he's ahead now 3-1. Stinnett going to drive. 2 down. Runner at third. And a strike 3, and that will end the ball game. The Medford Mustangs run their record to 23-6 thanks to an 11-4 victory against the Salem Withmell Dodgers. Winning pitcher, Frankie Retigliano. Laudette, the loss for the Dodgers. Home runs in the game, Cameron Sewell goes yard twice. For Johnny McCoy, I'm Jim McCoy. Thank you for joining us, and have a great evening.
Game for the Medford Mustangs, 11 runs on